Hello, crafting friends. I'm Dorene Decibus from It Begins with Ink and Paper, and welcome to the 12 Days of Halloween. Today is day 5. I can't believe we're already so far along. So we are making all of our projects with the Halloween Memories Kit and the Playful Ghost stamp set. So let's review what we've made so far. We've made this really cute fun fold. Trick or treat, happy Halloween, boo, we've got everything in here using the pumpkin. Then on the second day, we made this really cute triangular treat box. On the third day, we made a really cute Halloween card that just uses the designer series paper to the max, and we learned how to color our ribbon. And then yesterday we made this really cute little Halloween card that has a little fun message on the inside and holds 2 Kit Kat bars. The triangle treat box holds 3 York peppermint patties. So again, we're using the Playful Ghost set, which is it's such a fun little set. So let's get started. So we are going to I've shown you this fun fold before, so this is not brand new. So that's the, let me just get to the right spot. We call it a swing easel card. I just want to have my notes up. And so when you open it, it opens like this and then finishes opening like this. So it becomes an easel card, but you swing it. So just lots of fun. So we're going to be creating that today. So what we need for cardstock is we're going to need, I'm using pumpkin pie. This is measured 4 1/4 by 8 1/2. And so I'm going to score this at 4 1/4. So we'll just score that on the trimmer. There we go. Then you are going to need 2 pieces of 4 by 4 designer series paper, and we're going to take one of them, which is going to go on the front of the card, and we are just going to cut it down the diagonal. Then you're going to cut a corner of cardstock. I always recommend you start in a little bit. That way you won't crunch up that end. And then we have our other piece. You're going to need a piece of Granny Apple Green to cut a circle from, and I use the deckled circles, and then you'll need some basic white to do that. And then you're going to need a piece of basic white that measures 3/4 of an inch by 3 inches. So let's get started. I am going to have to get my scoring board out again. Okay, so here's the front of my card. I am going to need to score it right down the middle here. So again, let's get this out. So it's a good idea to fold your card because this is the piece that needs to slide. So I am going to put that tip there and put the score line marked up, and then I'm going to score that. There we go. So let's do the decorating of this card first. So on the inside, we are just going to put this piece of 4 by 4 designer series paper. I have to say these stripes are my favorite, and I love how they go with every single piece of designer series paper. So we have all the colors in. So we've got that right there. When I cut at a diagonal, I do try to make sure those corners have adhesive in them so that they don't pick up at all. So we'll add this right in here, and then I can score this. As you can see, this is such an easy fun fold to do, and like I said, I've shown it to you before in Fun Fold Friday, it was just probably a really long time ago that I actually shared it with you. But I love the 12 days of Halloween and the 12 days of Christmas allow me to show you things that are some of my favorite easy fun folds to do. Okay, so the card is put together. On this piece, which is our inside piece, I'm going to stamp Happy Halloween in the middle. And I'm going to show you how to put this in, because this part you do have to take some care as you're doing this. So we'll stamp the Halloween, Happy Halloween, right there in the middle. And then we're going to take our bats and have them on either side of the Happy Halloween. You're going to want to put some dimensionals on the back of this, because for this to work, we need to have a really nicely raised piece. So 3 dimensionals will do the job. And then what you do is you bring this up to how you'd like it to stand. And then you're going to take your Halloween, you're saying, and line it up right with that point for how it's going to stand. And then once you know where that is, there we go. All right, we're going to use the little vampire here. And so let me separate these 2 pieces. We're going to use the Memento Black to stamp. And I want to stamp him in the center, but I want room for that boo, so I'm going to stamp him just a little bit over. There we go. Now I can take our boo, which is probably my favorite stamp in this set, and I can stamp that, and then I can stamp my little bats again. There we go. So I am going to use my light black for his hood. And I think I'm going to do something different for his coat. I did it in the Granny Apple Green, but I think I'm going to do it in the pumpkin. So I'm going to do the inside in dark pumpkin. And I'll do the outside in the light pumpkin. Or maybe I'll do it all. Oh, I'm going to do it all in the dark. It's just such a pretty, vibrant color. Since he's my vampire, I can have him have any color cape I want him to have. But this will go with the card base a little more and won't make it such a Granny Apple Green card. There we go. Oh, I think he looks cute with an orange cape. So this is going to be attached to the label. I did a label that was this was like the 5th one in, and this one was the 7th in. I wanted just more of that to show. And then we're only going to attach him to this bottom half here. So I am going to just put a little tiny tick mark, and then I can do it on the other side. And erase these front sides. Though it's so tiny, I don't think anyone would see it because I'm even having a hard time seeing it. Okay, so now I know between this mark and this mark is only where I can put my dimensionals. That should be enough. When I first started stamping, I was just so cheap with dimensionals. I don't know if cheap was right the word. Very conservative. I would only put, you know, the bare amount that I needed. And then when I realized that the cards I was sending were getting smushed in the mail and just caving in where I didn't put a dimensional, I changed my ways. Okay, so now we have that boo standing up. Let's give him a little bit of bling. And I think for this one, I am going to, I wonder how the B's would look, the O's would look with this in the center. We'll try this for this card. There we go. We got two O's that are just a glittering. So that's it for tonight, for today's, rather, 12 days of Halloween. I hope you join me tomorrow night. We're going to do a treat box tomorrow night. I'm kind of alternating each day between a card and something else. And again, I will post all the measurements and the dimensions in the comments. And tell me which one you like, the one with the boo covered with the gems or the boo without. Good night, everybody. I'll see you tomorrow. Bye-bye.